Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, February 18, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Michael Baldwin, Christian Leblanc, to share a secret with Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, Tracy E. Bregman, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott tries to keep the peace. Plus, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier makes a tough decision about Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. Make sure to check out our weekly Awing and R spoilers here. In tomorrow's episode, expect Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, to continue going after Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Through J-Bot, Victor and Jack have never been on friendly terms. There have been times when they were civil and put their differences aside. Eventually, Victor and Jack's war usually reignites. After Ian Ward's, Ray Wise, shooting, Jack came by to see if Nikki was okay. Unfortunately, that pissed Victor right off. This is probably connected to Michael sharing a secret with Lauren. However, this secret could put Lauren in a tough position. Lauren might try to keep out of it, but if it affects the people she cares about, she could take drastic action. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, February 18, reveal that Daniel Romalotti, Jr., Michael Brazade, calls out Summer. It seems Daniel can tell that Summer is jealous of Kyle's relationship with Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron. While Summer denies it in a preview clip, she does make a difficult decision about Kyle. So this decision could be that Summer fights for Kyle. Summer has tried moving on before, but seems to always drift back toward Kyle. While Summer might want Kyle back, will he feel the same way? It seems Kyle is a bit annoyed with Claire's questions, and bringing up every word he says like it means something else. At the same time, Kyle really admires Claire and might not want to hurt her. After all, Kyle is Claire's very first romantic relationship. Over with Nikki, she will try her best to keep the peace between Victor and Jack. However, chances are that things are just going to get worse before they get better. This could actually be made worse by Claire's insistence that Kyle and Victor have dinner together. After all, it wasn't that long ago that Victor manipulated Kyle into going after his own family. So it seems that the more people try to keep the peace, the more explosive things become. Are you Team Victor or Team Jack? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount, Plus to find out what is coming up next. Amanda, a freelance writer and SEO content strategist, since 2009, specializes in TV and soap spoilers. Taylor is also a mental health and addiction recovery writer. Taylor's creativity and imagination have been published on 20-plus blogs and websites, in a few print magazines, and in 2 poetry books. A big personality with a big voice and big ideas, Taylor loves this adventure called life. When not writing, Taylor explores the great outdoors, hand makes glitter hair bows, works on self-improvement projects, and gets busted daydreaming. The Bold and the Beautiful recap Monday, February 17. Carter and Ridge hug, Hope's next move, Brooke's logic. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Kyle's loyalty challenge for Claire. A. Y and R spoilers weekly update February 17 to 21. Saving Amy, Detective Lily, Lawrence. Victor Newman, the patriarch of the Newman dynasty, had recently survived a harrowing encounter with Ian Ward. Emerging from the ordeal with his characteristic resilience, Victor's focus sharpened on an old adversary, Jack Abbott. Determined to settle scores, Victor summoned his trusted confidant, Michael Baldwin, to the Newman ranch. As Michael entered the grand study, he couldn't help but notice the intensity in Victor's gaze. Victor began, his voice steady yet laced with determination. It's time to remind Jack Abbott who he's dealing with. Michael listened intently as Victor outlined his strategy to undermine J-Bot, the cornerstone of the Abbott family's legacy. The plan was audacious, targeting the company's financial underpinnings and key partnerships. Michael, ever the voice of reason, expressed his concerns. Victor, reigniting this feud could have far-reaching consequences. Michael cautioned. The collateral damage might extend beyond just business. But Victor was resolute. Some lessons, Michael, need to be taught repeatedly. Jack has overstepped for the last time. Despite his reservations, Michael knew that Victor's mind was set. The weight of the task ahead pressed heavily upon him as he contemplated the ethical and legal ramifications of the unfolding scheme. Meanwhile, at Society, Summer Newman sat across from her brother, Daniel Romolai Jr. The ambient chatter of the upscale restaurant contrasted sharply with the tension simmering between the siblings. "So," Daniel began, leaning back in his chair, "how are you holding up with Kyle and Claire's relationship becoming the talk of the town?" Summer's expression remained neutral, but a flicker of emotion betrayed her composed facade. "I'm fine, Daniel. Kyle and I have moved on. He deserves happiness." Daniel wasn't convinced. "Come on, Sum. I've seen the way you react when their names come up. Are you sure there's no lingering jealousy?" She sighed, stirring her drink absent-mindedly. "It's not jealousy. It's complicated. Seeing him with Claire brings back memories, both good and bad, but that doesn't mean I want him back." Daniel reached out, placing a reassuring hand over hers. "Just remember, it's okay to feel conflicted. But don't let those feelings fester. Talk to Kyle if you need to." Summer nodded, appreciating her brother's concern. Yet deep down, she grappled with emotions she wasn't ready to confront, especially as she observed Kyle's growing closeness with Claire. At the Abbott mansion, the atmosphere was charged with excitement and a hint of apprehension. Diane Jenkins Abbott had proposed a significant redecoration of the family home, aiming to infuse it with a blend of tradition and modernity. Jack Abbott, though initially hesitant, found himself warming to the idea, especially with Diane's enthusiasm. "Are you sure about this, Diane? The mansion has looked the same for decades." Diane smiled, her eyes gleaming with vision. "Jack, it's time the house reflects the new chapter we're embarking on. A fresh start for us and the family." With Tracy's support and a team of designers on standby, the decision was made. Jack and Diane would temporarily relocate to the Grand Phoenix Hotel, allowing the renovations to proceed without disruption. As they packed their essentials, Jack took a moment to reflect. "This feels like more than just redecorating. It's symbolic." Diane nodded, wrapping her arms around him. "It's our chance to build something beautiful together, from the ground up." Across town, at the Newman Enterprises office, Nikki Newman was acutely aware of the brewing storm between Victor and Jack. The history of animosity between the two men had often led to collateral damage, affecting not just their businesses, but their families as well. Determined to prevent another escalation, Nikki reached out to Jack, inviting him for a private discussion at the Genoa City Athletic Club. "Jack, we need to talk," Nikki began, her tone earnest. "Victor is planning something, and I fear it will reignite the feud between our families." Jack sighed, running a hand through his hair. "Nikki, you know I have no desire to engage in another battle with Victor. But if he attacks Jabba, I have to defend it." Nikki nodded, understanding the predicament. "I know. That's why I'm asking if there's a way we can de-escalate this before it spirals out of control." The two shared a contemplative silence, both recognizing the challenges ahead. Nikki's hope was to find a middle ground, a way to preserve the peace without compromising the integrity of either family. Back at Jabba, Kyle Abbott found himself face-to-face with Victor Newman. The tension was palpable as Victor's imposing presence filled the room. "Kyle," Victor began, his voice authoritative, "I have concerns about your involvement with Claire. It's imperative that family matters remain uncomplicated."